Most compact cars are bought with the head, chosen for value, fuel economy, and reliability rather than for desire. The Mazda 3 has spent years quietly refusing to be one of them. It is the compact car built to be wanted, not just bought, the one that looks and feels like it costs far more than it does. For 2026, it carries on that mission, taking an ordinary, sensible class and making it feel genuinely special, which is a much harder thing to do than it sounds. From the outside, the Mazda 3 is simply one of the best-looking cars in its class and arguably well beyond it. The sedan is long, low, and elegant, while the hatchback is bolder, with a dramatic sweep to its rear pillar and beautifully sculpted body sides that play with light in a way photographs never quite capture. There are very few cluttered details, very few unnecessary lines, just clean, confident surfaces. On the show floor, in the right paint, it genuinely looks like a premium product, the kind of design you would expect on something wearing a German luxury badge. Step inside, and that premium feeling only grows. The Mazda 3 has one of the most upmarket cabins in the entire class, with high-quality materials, a beautifully simple layout, and a driver-focused dashboard that feels special the moment you sit down. Mazda has resisted the trend of burying everything in a giant touchscreen, keeping a rotary controller and physical climate controls that are far less distracting on the move. It is calm, elegant, and genuinely better made than some cars costing thousands more, which remains the Mazda 3's single biggest strength. Practicality is reasonable, with the hatchback offering a decent amount of cargo space and the sedan adding a usefully large trunk. It is not the most spacious compact you can buy, but it covers everyday needs without complaint. If breakdowns like this help you decide which compact is actually worth it, subscribe so you catch the next one. Under the hood, there is real substance to back up the style. The standard 2.5-liter engine offers a respectable 186 horsepower, but the one to have is the turbocharged version, which produces up to 250 horsepower and 320 pound-feet of torque, with available all-wheel drive. That turns this elegant compact into something genuinely quick and surprisingly engaging to drive, with the sharp steering and balance Mazda is known for. It is a rare thing, a sensible compact car that is also genuinely fun. There is, of course, an honest catch, and it comes from the very thing that makes the hatchback so beautiful. That dramatic, swooping rear pillar eats into rear visibility and makes the back seat feel darker and tighter than rivals. So taller passengers and parents fitting child seats may find it less practical than a Honda Civic or a Toyota Corolla. But this was always a deliberate trade. Mazda chose beauty and driving feel over outright practicality, and the sedan recovers much of that lost space anyway. For the buyer this car is aimed at, it is a trade well worth making. Taken together, the 2026 Mazda 3 remains the compact car for people who refuse to see a car as just an appliance. It looks special, it feels special inside, and in turbo form it drives with real character, all for the kind of money that usually buys something far more ordinary. It asks you to give up a little practicality in exchange for a lot of desire, and for a great many buyers, that is exactly the right deal.